Hello, class. I want to talk briefly about the 4 sample visual autobiographies that are linked on this page. The first one is my own. And so what I did was I took my autobiography, which I had composed in a Word document, and then I illustrated it. And when I was doing that, I actually switched over to Pages, which is, if you don't already know, it is the Apple product, which is like Microsoft Word, except that it is far superior to Word in terms of its image friendliness. So one of the first consequences of that is that I was able to create a front page from a template which already had an interesting color design, and it had room for 3 pictures. So I took out the pictures that were there originally and put in my own. One of them, if you were to look at it, you would see that I am posing with a couple of bikini models. And that was on my Facebook page for a while, and my friends and family immediately assumed it was Photoshopped, but it turns out that actually happened. I like to go windsurfing, and so I was windsurfing one day on the same beach where a professional photographer was doing a photo shoot, and he asked if his models could use my windsurf board as a prop, and I said sure. And so then in exchange, he took a picture of me with 2 bikini models. So that's what's on that first page of that document. After that, what I did was I took the words that were in my autobiography and I illustrated them with pictures. And again, because I was using Pages, I was able to lay them out where the pictures are to the right of the text, to the left of the text is wrapping around them. But in effect, all I really did was illustrate what I had said with some images, including a picture of the sayings of John F. Kennedy rendered in Old English script. And then I had pictures of the various educational institutions that I attended, etc., etc. And then in the end, I put some links. So this was, a decent enough job of it. But if you think, what I did was I made the images subservient to the words. And in some cases, that's what you will be doing. That's what you have to do. But given the freedom to have the images do more, you might want to take a different approach. So I'm going to pause here for a second so that I can bring up some of the other examples and talk about. Okay, the next example was by a student, Jamie Hatzelhofer, and she did a remarkable job. She used InDesign, and so what she did was she communicated the ideas that had been in her words-only autobiography, but did them very graphically. And one of the remarkable features of her design is the way it hangs together. It also has a progression. It reads from left to right. She put a little path in there to guide you through it. So an autobiography as a narrative often does have a chronological order. And since we read from left to right, she composed her image using landscape layout and had us read it from left to right. And you follow the story and you see where she got her various kinds of experience for visual communication. And when you look at how it all hangs together and how everything is just so, sort of beautifully assembled, you get the message that yes, she has had a lot of experience using these tools, and she also has a remarkably good aesthetic sense. The next one I want to talk about is the one created by Ellen Thompson Nappe. And what she did was she put her signature in the middle of the horizontal layout. And in the upper left-hand corner, she had Rider University, and she had images depicting various activities that she participated in at Rider. Down in the lower left-hand corner, she had images that come from her current employment. So she works at ETS, and she is, produces some of this professional documentation for their varying testing products. In the upper right-hand corner, she has images from her recent marriage, and so you see there evidence of a variety of different graphical productions that she produced herself connected to that event. And then down in the lower right-hand corner, she has images relating to her home, and so I think she takes great pride in sort of the, keeping a lovely home. And so what you have is an overall presentation, which again can be read rather than going left to right chronologically. You're sort of going around in something of a circle, but what you get is a very clear message of the variety of experiences she had that prepared her for this course in visual communication, and also the quality of her work product in that area. Finally, we have a Prezi that was produced by Janae Tucker, and it also does a wonderful job of telling a story. And because she picked a template in Prezi, which is a road, it's a highway, you click through it, and what you get is one stop after another, starting from when she's a young child up until her current status in the graduate program at Rider University. And she has images that are accompanied by words that tell the tale of her ever-increasing command of a variety of different visual communication possibilities. So in this case, it was because the Prezi template had this narrative of a road or a journey. She was able to create a coherent product that hangs together, very visually attractive, and does a terrific job of communicating many important aspects of her preparation for the course, all in one short document. So if you're not familiar with Prezi, it's similar to PowerPoint in a way. It's free. There are templates in it. It's similar to PowerPoint, but it's different. And so people who get the hang of it have been able to produce some remarkable things. It's a very versatile tool, and I recommend it highly if you're not familiar with it, that you give it a shot.